Well, that's right. Happy Halloween, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us here on the News at Daybreak. I'm Kyle Jordan.
And I'm Madeline Hunt. Are we pumpkins this year?
Yes, we're ready, and we're having fun with pictures, and some of them have purple hair or green skin.
Yeah, we're trying to put the filters on because we couldn't wear costumes.
I know.
So.
Looking forward to sharing some of that. But we have finally made it to the day. I know my kids have been excited about this and building up, and trunk or treat events have gone on tonight. Neighborhoods will be packed with kids. And make sure if you're out there driving and getting home around 5 or 6 o'clock, you need to be aware of that.
Yeah, we want to have mostly treats this Halloween, no tricks. So we want to get over to Shay Schrader. She is keeping things safe for us this Halloween out there, getting a head start on those trick-or-treaters in Ardsley Park this morning, Shay.
Yeah, man, I don't know how happy the people in this neighborhood would be if I was knocking on their doors at this hour asking for candy, but it is very enticing. I want to give you a look at a house that I'm standing in front of right now in Ardsley Park. I mean, this just says, I want to walk up and do some trick-or-treating. And I mean, there are so many really cool decorations like this all around the area, it's such a fun time of the year. But a pediatrician at the Savannah Children's Hospital does want to remind people that there are certain precautions that people need to be taking before letting their kids out the door to go trick-or-treating, particularly because the time that they're going to be going is around dusk, which is, you know, kind of a dangerous time for people to be out walking around. We spoke to Dr. Michael Bosick, who is the vice president of the Savannah Children's Hospital and is also a pediatrician, and he says to remember that Halloween is the most dangerous night of the year when it comes to vehicle versus pedestrian accidents, particularly involving children. The risk of that, however, can be significantly decreased, Dr. Bosick says, by taking a few simple steps before sending your kids out the door.
Most kids are going to trick-or-treat between the hours of 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock. When it is dusk, it's hardest to see for pedestrians and cars and things like that. It's important that if you are getting your children dressed up, you're going out to walk around, you should be putting on something reflective, something that lights up, something that gives them viewing to oncoming traffic when they're doing that.
There are, of course, going to be patrols out all around the area and all the different jurisdictions and cities. So there will be people keeping a watchful eye. But still, like Dr. Bosick said, you really want to make sure that your children are going to be visible, particularly if they're going to be in areas that don't have sidewalks, which there are a lot of those in the area. But no matter where they're going to be trick-or-treating, you want to take that safety aspect of it seriously. And remember, if you run into an emergency, don't hesitate to call 911. But the interesting thing is, you know, adding reflective vests and light up things onto your kid's costume. It doesn't have to be a deterrent for the costume. You can actually work it in. There's some really cool reflective costumes out there, and I always give extra points to any kid that's going to have something light up on. So just keep that in mind. Now, coming up on the next half hour of the News at Daybreak, we're going to be talking about candy consumption and how much kids should actually be eating tonight. We'll have that again in the next half hour. Live in Savannah this morning, Shay Schrader, WTOC News.
Candy consumption and the best way to